I just got approved for top surgery. In honor of the occasion, here is a list of terms that I've heard used by other trans masks to refer to the procedure. Remove the boob. Divest the chest. Yeet that teat. Get rid of that titty. Arrest the breast. Control-Alt-Delete. This is a great question. The short answer is any surgery option can be non-binary because how non-binary people feel about our bodies and what we want can vary, but I'll give you the more detailed actual answer with regards to my area of expertise, which is top surgery for folks who are starting off with what would be considered breast tissue. You might ask for a scar incision option that is a little bit more obvious and not designed to fit with the classic masculine chest contour. You might choose not to have your areolas sized down, or to pick a nipple placement that's not classically considered masculine either, or falls somewhere in between common placements. You could also choose to just not have nipples anymore and either stay that way or have their appearance tattooed on after. There's also the option of reduction, which would size down the chest but not make it completely flat. This also preserves more nipple sensation than some other options. I'm happy to expand on this more or answer other questions, so please feel free to ask. Hey, thanks for the question. This is much less my area of expertise because bottom surgery isn't something I'm looking into pursuing for myself, but I have still researched it out of general trans curiosity, so I'm going to give you a brief outline of it from a non-binary AFAB perspective, which is what I have to offer, and also drop you some links. The non-binary wiki has an outline of these topics that's a great place to go if you want to kind of figure out general overviews of things and also find terms that you can use to search for more specific stuff elsewhere. Even just their overview of surgical options might give you some context and some terminology if that's not something you've had a lot of access to yet. I don't know where you're at in your process. I'd also recommend this article on healthline.com as a potential resource for going over different options. I'd also recommend looking into peer-to-peer resources on other websites or forums. I'm not a member of this group, but a similar style of top surgery group has been hugely helpful in my process. There might also be LGBTQ groups for your city or region that could help. The Control-Alt-Delete has been achieved. Also, the room service here is so fancy. They have this massive fold-out menu. We'll see what the quality is like, but I'm in top surgery recovery, and I just ordered lemon-baked salmon with jasmine rice and a strawberry banana smoothie. This is wild. I am having such a good time. The Vicodin probably helps. Truly, I am living in the lap of luxury. Also, I did tell some trans puns to like 6 different people throughout this process, including the lovely fellow who helped transfer me from the surgery room into the recovery room, and when I said Control-Alt-Delete, he bent forward a little bit because he was laughing so hard. I amused and confused a nurse by saying that I like the pattern on this hospital gown. Apparently that's the first time she's ever heard someone say that. And I mean, I get it, it is incredibly kitschy, it's got a very 80s vibe to it, but what's wrong with 80s vibes? Yesterday when I was packing and getting ready for my surgery today, one of my roommates asked me, "So after top surgery, are you gonna wear those super open, barely buttoned kind of 80s dude shirt styles once you're healed?" And I said, "Well, I certainly am now. I think this look rules and I intend to rock it." Also, crop tops. I've never worn one, but I want to so badly. I want this vibe, but with, you know, probably better hair. I will follow the grand tradition of improving them out of regular t-shirts if I have to. The other reason I like it is that it feels kind of like a conceptual and style cousin to arcade carpet, and I am all about that. Almost New Year. Do you want to know a secret? My top surgery recovery binder has a tiny applique butterfly on it. I don't know if they all have that, or if it's usually there as a little gender affirmation thing for cis women for whom double mastectomies might be kind of a stressful loss of femininity experience, but they're also a symbol of transformation, so I really like it. I'm cocooned right now, but once I get these bandages off, I'm going to be a cool new kind of butterfly, and that makes me really happy. So, just wanted to share that with you. Happy New Year.
Choose your character.
You want to know what's amazing about living in a house that is all queer and 75% trans people? My roommate just knocked on the door to ask if I have nipples because they're making focaccia bread that looks like my post-op top surgery chest and they want it to be accurate. Absolutely you can. It got a little toasty on the bottom, but it was very good. You can see above me we've got rosemary for the top surgery scars, carrot circles for the nipples, and a star anise pod for the belly button. Got to beat my powers and we just made a bang. I like him. Hey folks, here's a more detailed Q&A video onto why I found all of the items in my earlier, more musical little mini video useful during recovery. To start with, the pillows. I've needed a back pillow because you have to sleep elevated. I was told to sleep at an angle of 30 degrees upright or more during recovery. And the mastectomy pillow, you couldn't totally see the shape in the original video, but it's got these little divots in it so you can tuck it under your arms. It's good for riding in the car. It keeps you feeling a little more safer and secure, or it's good for just resting. Water bottle with a straw, because you've got to stay hydrated, but it's hard to lift stuff. Cough drops and ginger candy, because some people get nauseous after surgery. And also you had a breathing tube down your throat, so your throat can feel kind of weird afterwards. An extra long phone charger lets you stay entertained without having to move around too much in bed. Similar with the other items. Wet wipes and dry shampoo, because it's hard to shower. Laxatives and a journal for record keeping, because pain meds constipate you. And honestly, unsweetened applesauce packets have been my friend in this process to a degree I did not anticipate.